Hi, I'm John Carlson, the product manager with Pentax here in the US, and in the fall of 2006 we introduced the K10D. Since that time, the camera's gone on to win 6 major awards around the world. That was for features such as our Pentax own shake reduction system that works with the 24 million different lenses we've built over the years, the Prime image processing engine that allowed features such as the custom white balance, DNG capture, and in-camera RAW development. The weather seals allowed you to shoot in any kind of conditions, the dust removal system, unique exposure modes including the hyper program mode, the SV mode or sensitivity priority, and the TAV mode that allows you to adjust your shutter speed and aperture while the camera adjusts the sensitivity. We also included the time-proven 16-segment metering system and 11-point autofocus. Now we've taken all that award-winning technology of the K10, listened to input from customers, and created the K20D that offers the highest resolution in its class with a whole host of customizable features and functions that allow the camera to be set to the photographer's needs. The K20D is designed for advanced photo enthusiasts who know their way around a camera and have specific needs out of their equipment. With the K20D, we feel we have met those requirements. As with any digital camera, everything starts with the sensor. The K20D includes a 14.6 megapixel CMOS sensor. This is a totally new sensor, and the K20D will have the highest resolution in its class, surpassing the resolution of even 35mm film. The 14.6 megapixel sensor offers 20% more resolution than a 12 megapixel sensor and 50% more than a 10 megapixel sensor used by our competition. This offers a significant improvement in resolution. And since we use a CMOS sensor rather than a CCD sensor, we're able to better control noise. Any increase in sensitivity is done at the photo site rather than at the AD converter, resulting in more control over noise in the final image. Additionally, at high ISO settings, the K20D has 4 noise reduction settings, from no noise reduction to a strong noise reduction setting, giving you the desired results whether you're printing directly from the camera or you're doing your own post-processing. Along these same lines, we have expanded the possibilities of the Prime image processing engine. We have added 6 new custom image modes. These modes apply capture settings to JPEG images and give you a great starting point for RAW files. The 6 modes are bright and natural, which we had in our previous DSLRs, a portrait setting that lowers the contrast and sharpness, landscape that increases saturation, contrast, and sharpness, a vibrant mode, and one of my favorites, the black and white capture mode. With each of these custom image settings, you can go in and fine-tune the saturation, hue, contrast, and sharpness. In the black and white setting, you also have the option of adjusting the hue, contrast, and sharpness, but also have the option of applying filter effects, including the effect of an infrared filter. Also new to the K20D is the enhanced dynamic range mode that gives you 200% more dynamic range than in the normal shooting modes. The only drawback being that your minimum ISO is increased to 200 and you may get a little bit more noise in shadow details. Just like in the K10D, you can preview all your settings with a digital preview option. This is activated by rotating the on-off switch around the shutter release button to give you the digital preview. However, with the K10D, once you left the digital preview, that image was gone. With the K20D, you have the ability of saving the digital preview as a RAW or a JPEG image. The in-camera RAW development on the K20D is more advanced than in the K10D. Not only can you convert RAW images to JPEGs with white balance, saturation, contrast, and sharpness adjustments, but you can also apply the custom image modes, select between Adobe RGB and sRGB settings, and save all this as 8-bit TIFF files. If you shoot JPEG images, there's a full range of digital filters you can apply to the images in camera, including color extraction filters, where the image is desaturated except for a selected color, and a new HDR filter that brings out fine detail in darker areas of the image. All your settings, adjustments, and menus can be clearly seen on the new 2.7-inch wide view LCD panel that can be seen from a 160-degree angle of view. The menu lettering is actually larger than in the K10, and the menu descriptions scroll. Gone are the archaic Pentax abbreviations that we've seen in the past. The lettering on the menus can be enlarged by 50% vertically as well for easier viewing. And since the K20D uses a CMOS sensor, the LCD will give you a live view. Not only do you have the option of overlaying focusing brackets or a grid screen, but you can also zoom in on the image. Meanwhile, the shake reduction system is working while the live view is engaged. And to make sure the image that you see is accurate, you have the ability to adjust the color temperature of the LCD monitor. I think evolution is a key term when describing the K20D. And another area where we've evolved the camera is with dust on the sensor. Any DSLR camera where you're changing lenses gives you an opportunity for dust to get into the camera system. And every manufacturer has their own way of eliminating or removing dust. But to be perfectly honest, especially in humid conditions, these systems don't always work. So what we've done with the K20D is added the dust alert feature. What this feature does is it examines the sensor surface and looks for dust particles, and then will display where those particles are on the back of the camera. What's great about that image is it's reversed, so you can tell exactly where those particles are when you turn the camera around to clean them off. The K10D included a unique RAW button that allowed photographers to quickly change from shooting JPEG images to RAW plus JPEG images, or RAW images to RAW plus JPEG. However, we heard from customers that that button needed to be a little bit more versatile. So with the K20D, we added customizable menus just for this button. Now you can convert from JPEG to RAW images, or shooting RAW images to JPEG, or either one of those modes to the RAW plus JPEG mode, giving you more versatility in your shooting. The K20D also has some other features for advanced photographers. First of all, there's an intervalometer built into the camera that allows you to set the specific number of shots and the interval between each shot with a given starting time. This is great for time-lapse type shots. For photographers with more than one camera, you can set the file name for each individual camera. For example, you could set the first camera as Cam1 followed by a 4-digit file extension, and then the second camera is Cam2 with a 4-digit file extension. And finally, we've added a PC sync socket to the K20D for studio lights. What's nice about this socket is that there's special circuitry built into the camera to prevent damage from overvoltages. So as you can see, the K20D is a big step forward from the award-winning K10D, but it's about more than just resolution with the camera. It's about fully customizable functions. To learn more about the Pentax K20D, please visit pentaxslr.com. Thank you.